Hey there, it's Kit from Our Rural Reset. Prue is away today. She is the TikTok correspondent for M5 Radio. So she's out at Caulfield Racetrack at the moment, doing interviews with people and doing interviews with the customers and checking out how that rodeo is going. So I've been left here by myself to try and do this with a stand instead of having her here running around and getting all that footage for me for our channel. Today, it's been the weather here, we're actually ending spring and starting summer, and the weather has just been wet, raining, cold. Like the seasons haven't really seemed to change. But it was raining this morning and the sun's kind of out now, so I thought I'd quickly jump in, get this done and get to work on the garden. I've got a good couple of hours over the next afternoon, over this afternoon and over tomorrow to get everything all neat and tidy for new stuff. So the lawns, of course, have to be mowed. I've got the garlics have all fallen over and they need to be pulled out. The potatoes have all died off, or they're in the last stages of dying off, so they need to be removed. And I've just got to get all of the pots and stuff away and try and find a better place for them to be, just to try and neaten up the garden. I've got weeding to do in every single garden bed, and I might as well just sort of get onto that and see how we go. You just wouldn't believe this weather. As soon as the lawns were finished, it just started to rain. I think I'm gonna have to harden up. I'm gonna have to get a raincoat and I'm gonna have to start doing some of this work in the rain because the rain is just not stopping. It comes every 15, 20 minutes, or it comes every hour on the hour. And as I said, we are about to go into summer in Australia, in Victoria, Australia. And we've had nothing but rain up until what? November the 29th. Now with all the weather, I reckon I have missed the prime time to get the last of my garlics out. We had a whole bunch of garlics here and they grew into nice shaped bulbs. I think I missed them and they'd started to split. Well, I know I'd missed pulling them correctly and they started to split. So I've been trying to get out to here, but the weather's just been too wet. I was trying to find a couple of days where the ground could dry a little bit, but now it's just time to pull them. They've all folded over. They're well brown and they've all got heads on them. So we'll just see what happens. That one looks good. So these were taken from our organic fruit shop. It was cheaper than buying the garlic seeds. I just bought 2 cloves. One was an Australian, and I think one was a South American one. And I just divided out the bulbs, pushed them into the ground, and it looks like these ones are looking better. I can't remember which is which, but these bulbs are better than the ones that I've got that have dried. They're much together. The other ones had almost completely opened up. So, geez, tons of worms. Soil's looking great. It's just really waterlogged. Just can't get on top of this water. It's just ongoing. These are looking great. So I think I did 2 cloves, one of each variety. And just took every single little bulb bit and just pushed them into the ground. The small ones, the big ones, pretty much everything. That one hasn't grown at all. Do a little bit of weeding while I'm here. Well, this is going to be months or weeks of garlic because we haven't even touched the ones that I've dried. I'll show you them a little later on. There you go. Looks like all of them. So that's not bad. You know, what is it, $20, $30 a kilo at the moment. So I'll let those dry for 4 weeks, maybe even a bit longer. Just hang them in the shed behind me here and they'll be good to go. wonder if I replant those. I'll check my little planting guide and see if that can be done. So I just grabbed these garlics. I'm just going to replant them and just see how these little guys go. They'll either work or they won't. I'm just going to put them in this little section of the garden so that it's just out of the way, and then I can redress this and put some other things on. So I've just put a big scoop under the orange tree. I put chicken, all the chicken poo and all of the chook waste on that, and then turn that in with soil from around the house. And then every 3 to 6 months keep turning it just under the orange tree, kind of like compost. I guess it is compost, but I don't have like a compost system as such. I let the chickens do all the work, then I just move the soil from their waste and from their pecking around the garden and to different areas until it's ready to go onto the garden. And usually every season change we do that. I've just put a big scoop of that poo mixed stuff. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty crumbly, nice, a dark rich colour. I'm just going to turn a little bit of it in, mix it within the existing, and then we'll just drop those garlics in just for fun. We'll see how they go. A little bit clayey here. Oh no, still breaks apart pretty good. Just for fun, we'll stick these little garlics in. These were freebies, so if they don't grow, I don't really mind. And if they do grow, you just get an extra couple of bulbs in a couple of months. I don't even know if it's, I think we might have missed garlic planting season, but there's no cost associated with this, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have to mulch all this. I got weeds all in here. Oh, another little self-seeded tomato plant. I reckon I've pulled out probably 50. So I'm pretty excited to have a look at our first batch potatoes. Now, I've got some completely died off. I've got brown on every plant. They're all limp and or going limp, but I've still got a lot of green. So I'm sort of trying to figure out if they're ready yet, if I should give them longer, or what to really do. And there's so many different ways to grow potatoes and so many different varieties and so many different signs that they're ready to go. And you want to get the max that you can get out of it, but this is our first time doing potatoes. So I think I'm just going to give this bucket a go. And if I find too many small ones, or if figure out that I'm too early, then I will not do the second bucket and we'll give that another 2-3 weeks. But there's definitely enough signs on this. So let's just see how this one goes. So we got 2 or 3 big ones, or not big, but regular size ones. But this definitely indicates that we still had a little bit of time to grow. So if they had have all been that size or bigger, this would have been a really big sort of haul. Anyway, first time potatoes. We're going to wait a couple of weeks on the second one. It is exciting. It's good. The rain. Just as we started, we finished with more rain coming in. So did we get everything done? Yes, we did. Everything's mowed, everything's weeded, everything's cleaned. I got the garlics out, and they're going to dry now for 4 to 6 weeks. I've got the dried garlics out of the shed, and we're going to start dusting them off and start using them. We got all the gardens weeded. We got another layer of mulch or another layer of straw across the top, just for water and for breaking down and for weed barrier, a bit of everything. And it's looking really good, looking really clean. Sadly, with those potatoes, I probably needed to wait another 2 to 4 weeks. So we did 2 in the same time. So I'm going to leave that one for another minimum of 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and see if all those little ones can grow out into some bigger ones. And then you would have seen me grab a couple of onions, a fresh onion ready to go. We're just going to use this over this week. And this one was just in the way. So look, it's not ready to be pulled yet. It's not bulbous enough, and it's still got a very stiff stem, but I needed this to create some space for some little ones around it. So we'll just chop these up, we'll use them in cooking this week. Look, thanks for watching our Rural Reset. If you like anything we do, if you want to comment on anything I did right or I did wrong, please put it in the comments. And of course, make sure you like and subscribe.